To this week's issue of Play Print21, the weekly news bulletin from print21.com.au. My name is Wayne Robinson, editor of the magazine on the website, on the video. This week's news, well, it's led by the coronavirus. We're here outside a local chemist. They're selling face masks. It's the big story in print and in everything. This morning, FESPA, the big global wide format print show, announced that it has postponed the show for this year. It was due to take place in Madrid, March 24-27. That show is now off. 25,000 wide format print business owners and managers from around 150 countries were due to go to that, including a sizable number from Australia and New Zealand. That show has now been postponed, unlikely to take place again this year because they have a new show scheduled. They have an annual show, next one scheduled for next year, May, in Munich. This cancellation of FESPA is not the only cancellation that's going on in Europe. The London Book Fair was cancelled overnight. Messe Dusseldorf, which hosts Interpack and Drupa, of course, that cancelled all its shows in March on Sunday. Pro Wine Trade Show, Wire, Tube, Energy Storage. And of course the big question that everyone in the print industry is asking is, what about Drupa itself and Interpack actually? Interpack due to take place only in 2 months' time, May 7-13. Drupa is 3.5 months away, June 16 to 26. That's not actually a lot of time. Drupa has said the show is going ahead. Robert Lang, the Messe Dusseldorf rep over here, spoke to me on Tuesday. He said Drupa or Messe has no intention of cancelling neither Drupa nor Interpack. Those shows will go ahead as intended. Werner Dornscheidt, who's the CEO of Messe, said that they take the safety of visitors very seriously. They've been upping their safety. They've got a whole new website page up there on visitor safety, which is basically wash your hands, look after yourself. There's 2 fully staffed medical centres on site, but at the end of the day the decision isn't actually Drupa's to take. The German local health authority will take that decision, and all the event organisers will have to abide by it. Print21, of course, is in touch with the organisers of Drupa, of Interpack, and will keep you fully informed the moment anything happens. The ramifications are large, but we'll wait and see on that one. Locally, the Visual Impact Show, due to take place April 30 to May 2nd on the Gold Coast, that's going ahead as planned. Australia has more or less been shielded so far from any major outbreaks, and Peter Harper tells me that the government has put in great preventative measures, and he fully anticipates that show, the wide format show, will go ahead. In other news, it's been a really tough week for Ovato, one of the big printers of the country, big 2 printers of course. Its share prices were hammered by the suits on the stock market on its results. Those results saw sales down by 9%, EBITDA down by 28%, debt blew out to 59 million, although that was mainly with one-offs of relocation costs 20 million and write-down 35 million. However, CEO Kevin Slavin tells me that he's confident that profit margins will be restored along with cash flow. Go to Print21, that's it for this week. There's plenty of news. Go to print21.com. You'll read about Skope, that controversial sign business that got its controversial DOCA, $1.5 million wiped off its debt. That's now back in, that's now into administration. Let's end on a good note. Easy Signs, the Sydney-based signage company, it trebled its floor space a few years ago. It's just now moving into new premises, trebling them again. 8,700 square metres. Andy Dyer, the directors there, obviously doing a great job. That's it from me, Wayne Robinson, signing off. Go to print21.com.au for all the week's news.